Hey everyone, it's been a long time since I posted a video. I've been really busy lately. Haven't had much time off, but found a quick break today to be able to do something. I ordered these Progress competition sway bars, 17 millimeter adjustable for your 2006 and to 2015 NC Miata. I'm going to be installing this today. As you can see, it comes with the sway bar. And then it comes with two new bushings and two new mounts and a little bit of grease right there to help install it. It is adjustable. There are two different holes there as far as how to adjust them. And then what I'm going to do now is kind of show you a step through the process of how to uninstall the stock sway bar. Alright, so I'm under the car. I didn't really lift the car up too much. I just kind of wanted to give myself a couple inches, so that's what the lift is there for, just kind of lifting up the car maybe about an inch. So what you're gonna have, here's your original mount right here. If you look, the sway bar is super small. This is a 12 millimeter bolts right there. There's two right there, and then you can see the other two right there. And then right here you have your end links. They're 14 millimeter, and then inside the end link you can see there's a little spot for an Allen key there. That's a 5 millimeter Allen key. Sorry, there's a plane flying over. So I already went up and loosened everything. Something that I was trying to do, I was trying to remove it from the top of the end link to keep the end link right there. That way I just had to remove it. So you can see here, this one's loose. I got it off. But over here on the passenger side, I wasn't able to, so I ended up just loosening it there. It being a sway bar, there's a lot of movement and flex, so as you're trying to turn this bolt off, what ends up happening is you just kind of start moving the sway bar around and it starts flexing, so you don't really get the torque that you need to remove it. So my suggestion is just go ahead and remove it from the bottom using their 14 millimeter wrench, and if you need to, a 5 millimeter Allen key to go in there to hold it. I already removed the top there, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So my next step is to just go ahead and remove it. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so I have it removed. So I'm going to kind of just do a quick comparison, show you guys the difference in how this looks. First off, what you'll notice is how thick this bar is compared to how thick the other bar is. This is a 17 millimeter bar. I'm not sure how big the stock one is, but I mean, even if you just put them next to each other, you can see the huge difference there. The other things, you can look at these bushings and these mounts. These look like little steel with just rubber bushings, just like these, but these ones are much larger, as you can see, and then these will fit around there. So totally different. Right here, I had to keep that end link on, like I was telling you earlier. I couldn't remove it from the top, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and remove this end link, and then I'll reattach it to that side. And then you have grease right here. The grease is to add on to this and then to attach onto there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go ahead and remove this end link and put it on there, and then once I do that, I'll kind of show you guys how to grease these up and how to put it on there before I put it on the car. Alright, so I have that end link on now. So the next step I wanted to show you guys is how to install these. So this little rubber bushing is just going to pop out, and then on one of these edges right here, you can see how there's just a crack there. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of this grease, and I'm going to put some on the bar here, kind of just rub that in. Alright, and the other spot I'm going to put it is right inside here on the bushing itself. I'm going to rub that in there, and that grease will help get it to slide over this bar. So next step is to kind of just open this up and slide it in there. You can see that there's these little end pieces here. What that is you're going to have this pushed up against there, not over it, but just next to it. Alright, so let me see if I can get this. I need both hands, so try to set up the camera so I can use both hands at the same time. Alright. So I'm just gonna open this up and pop it over. There it is, it's popped over, and then that just slides on just like that. Super simple. To the other side real quick. Take it out of the little mount. Put some grease on here. Get it in there, and then grease this guy up right here. Super simple. And then take this, open it up, and just pop it on. And then it's just like that. Super simple, super easy on there. So the next thing that I need to do is go ahead and install it. I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through this little process. So you can see the two bolts are sticking out there. There's my end leak there. And then the exhaust is going to kind of get in the way. So all you're going to do is just kind of snake it up and over the exhaust, and then get these to line up. So that just came off, but you're just trying to get this to line up here. Once that's lined up, then you could put the bracket on. I'm gonna see if I could show you what I'm doing, but basically right there, just trying to get it to line up, and that bracket fell off too. Really need two hands to do this, but all you're really trying to do is get that to line up and put those brackets on. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick and then show you. Alright, so I got it on there. They're just hand tight, but I just was trying to get it in place. So you can see there's that, and those ones are on. So in order to get this to link back up, I'm just going to have to slide this sway bar over, and then I got to get this link right here to line up into, sorry, the camera angle is horrible. I need to get this link right here to line up into this hole. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going. The car might have dropped just a little, and if it did, I might have to raise it to get it to line up. That's what it looked like it happened. And so once that happens, once I raise that, I should be able to get that hole in there. So little issues, but they're all minor. I'm gonna go ahead and raise the car up real quick to try to get that to fit. Alright, so it was like I thought. The car just dropped a little. The jack I didn't have set, so I was able to raise it and put that on. Now obviously I should have paid attention, but if you look at right here, the end link, the fatter portion of the end link, not the bolt, is on the left side and the bolt's on the right side. Over here, when I put this end link on, the fatter side should be over on this end. I'm supposed to be looking up here. The fatter side right here should be on the opposite side of it. So I need to take this end link off and then flip this over, and then this will fit. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, flip this over, and then this bolt right here, the bottom end of the end link, should slide into right there. So pay attention to what you're doing and make sure you set your jack so that it doesn't drop and things will go a little smoother. Alright, so I have everything installed. End links are on. This is on tight. Got that one on tight, and got that end link on. So I was wondering why there was this curve right here earlier, and it's really just to have access to the diff. It doesn't look like it's going to affect anything. One thing that I did notice though is with the car completely down, the sway bar is touching the end link there for the suspension. Not sure if it's really called the end link, but it's basically resting on this right there. Let's see if it's doing that on the other side. So yep, it's doing it on that side too. So it makes me wonder why that is, and makes me wonder if maybe I need to drop it down to that next hole, or if that's going to be something that's not really an issue, or if it's just going to keep rubbing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of it, and I got this sway bar from Fab9, so I'm going to talk to Brian Spears over there, show him what it looks like, and see what he says. It might not be an issue. What I will do though is take the car for a drive and just kind of see what happens, see if there's any odd creaks or anything like that. But I don't really think there's a way to make that happen or change that, um, to change that angle or anything. But hopefully it's just not an issue. If it is an issue, I'm not sure what to do other than to move it to that other hole. But much thicker of a sway bar. If you saw it earlier in the video, right, it's the other sway bar is much thinner. Hopefully this makes the car handle better. Can't wait to see what it feels like. I'll let you guys know any updates on it if there's any issues later on. But thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit subscribe. I do have the front sway bar also that I'm going to be installing, but I'm going to be doing that in a different video. I kind of just want to see how these feel, but super simple install. You got your 12mm bolts right there, and then your 14mm nut with your 5mm Allen that will go into the bolt itself, so that you could remove that. Really not long of a video. You're watching the video, you see how long it is. It pretty much took me double that time, only because I was stopping to film, and then on the simple things like removing a nut, I don't think you guys need to watch me do that, so that's why it took so long. But once again, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, and watch my videos. See you guys next time. Alright, so I feel like a moron. Try to end that video. Sounded like an idiot at the end of the video. But anyways, I also had an issue with the sway bar, and the problem with the sway bar is that it was touching the suspension, like the top end link, right? So I started looking at it, and I realized what I did wrong. I didn't even bother calling Brian at Fab9. I didn't think it was possible, but I basically installed the sway bar upside down. So what I did is I uninstalled it and I just flipped it over. So if you look at it now, the end link where the sway bar is nowhere near this. So they're not touching at all. Everything's on there good. So if you're installing your sway bar and it's from Progress, make sure that you put it in correct. If you look at this little V guy in the middle of the bend, it's pointing up now where before it was pointing down. So now there's no issues. I'm sure I'm not going to have any concerns anymore. Still going to go take the car for a drive, but don't install your sway bar upside down. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you.